In today's video, I'm going to be going over 10 legends I'd love to see in Madden 23 Ultimate Team. Now, there are a lot of great players all time that have not been in Madden Ultimate Team for a while. So let me know who you want to see down below in the comments. I do want to go ahead, shout out the comment of the day though real quick. Now let's get into it. At number 10 right here, we're going with OJ Simpson. I would love a running back that just has that killer mentality. All right, completely kidding, but at the real number 10, would love to see John Elway. I should mention though, all these cards that I will talk about in the video, I think are actually going to be good in Madden, because there are a lot of good legends all time that I just really don't think would be that great in Madden. But John Elway is a quarterback that I think is absolutely fantastic. We have not got a John Elway card since Madden 19, and from what I remember, Madden 19 was the first year I started playing Ultimate Team a little bit. The card from what I remember was really good, and he was one of those quarterbacks that he was somewhat mobile, and of course he had like the great throw power as well. I think he would just be a really solid quarterback addition and someone that we just need in Ultimate Team. John Elway, one of the best quarterbacks of all time. I think he should for sure be in Ultimate Team. At number 9 right here, we have a card that would be absolutely ridiculous if he was in this year's Madden. Harold Carmichael was a 6'8" wide receiver. That's really all I have to say. So pretty much this card this year could have potentially been like Ed Too Tall Jones, but most likely 99 speed on any single team. Or even if he wasn't 99 speed, like Ed Too Tall was 98, you could have a 6'9" Ed Too Tall and then a 6'8" Harold Carmichael. This card would have been just an absolute cheese ball, just like Ed Too Tall. And yeah, I'd love to see him back in the Madden, because all these like super tall wide receivers, man, are just really good. Imagine him in a Madden where red zone threat is actually really good. Like, I know he got a card in Madden 21, but in my opinion, red zone threat wasn't really good. Like, deep out elite plus red zone threat on this card, good luck stopping him and Ed Too Tall in the red zone. He's literally Ed Too Tall Jr. in my opinion. And he would have just been absolutely crazy this year. And I feel like this is a card that they could also give just a random out of position cornerback card too. Like, imagine him as a 6'8" corner. My God, this card would have been just absolutely amazing this year. Now at number 8, I'd absolutely love to see Rod Woodson, man. He was one of my favorite cornerbacks I used in Madden 19. Can't remember what's on my head if he had a card in Madden 20. I don't think he had one in Madden 21, and I know for sure he didn't have one in Madden 22. This card is super interesting because I would be as high as him as I am on, like, say, Night Train Lane, right? The reason why I love Night Train Lane is because he has the big hitter trait on yes, and Rod Woodson was one of those corners that always had that trait on yes. And 6 foot height isn't bad, you know, it's not like 5'11", but it's also not like 6'3". I think he'd be just an absolutely just great slot corner, and I'd love to see him back in the game because I feel like all the times he got a card, he was dominant. And a little bit biased to me, I just loved using him in Madden, so I'd love to see him back in the game. Honestly, this might be a top 2 card that I just love in the game, man. Mel Blount would just be absolutely awesome, especially this year, man, because of the fact that tall corners are just so needed, man. Getting a 6'3" Mel Blount this year would have been awesome. Yeah, I think the last time he got a card was Madden 20, as it says on the right side of the screen right here. Don't think he got a card in 21. Hopefully he's back for 23 though, because again, talk about a card that was always dominant. Like, Mel Blount was him, man. Mel Blount was absolutely him. And I believe he was also one of the corners that always had the big hitter trait on yes. Can't really remember off the top of my head. And yeah, we had 2 Steeler corners back to back right here, but Mel Blount and Rod Woodson, man, absolutely fantastic Madden cards. They need to be back in the game, man. They need to be back in the game. If I had to choose one though, give me Mel Blount. I need him, man. I need my 6'3" corner. I think Mel Blount is also like an iconic player of all time as well. Like, I think he's one of the best corners of all time. Yeah, just kind of weird that he hasn't gotten a card in so long. There's some people that I think should just always have a card in Madden no matter what, and one of those people is going to be Jim Brown, man. I just think it's crazy we didn't get a Jim Brown card this year. Just an absolutely iconic player, one of the best to ever do it, and I just, again, like, I feel like he should just always be in Madden. I don't think anyone is going to debate me on this. Just, even if he isn't the best statted card in the game, I feel like he was amazing stats wise. I believe this was Madden 21 the last time he got a card, so he didn't get a card in 22. Yeah, I really don't have much more to say on that. Like, I just think Jim Brown is just someone that should absolutely always have a card. There's a couple other cards on this list that I think should just be mainstays in the game, especially given how well they did in their career. But yeah, Jim Brown needed in the game. At number 5, if you play Madden, you should know who this is, because this is none other than John Madden himself. Now, I know John Madden will probably go ahead, get a coach card in the game for sure, like he always does will get a coach card in the game. But I think what would be really cool is if they gave him an actual player card, because did you know he actually played in the NFL? Now, he didn't play in a regular season game, but he was an offensive tackle for the Eagles. He had a knee injury that halted his NFL career, and then he went on to like coach and everything and became the John Madden that we know, and that created the John Madden football game. Now, again, you don't really have to agree with this, that they should go ahead and give him the offensive tackle card, but I just think it would be pretty cool to have him as a player card in the game as well as a coach card. I think for sure, like I said, he's locked in to get a coach card, but he's never gotten an actual position card. And I just think given his passing this year, a great way to kind of like honor him, give him a spot in the game, would go ahead be to give him a player card that is just absolutely awesome. If there's one card on this list that I just absolutely want to see so bad, it's Paul Krause free safety, because this was one of my favorite Ultimate Team cards of all time. Madden 19 Paul Krause was absolutely amazing. And talk about a position that I think has been relatively weak in Madden. I mean, obviously besides Sean Taylor, free safety though, like you have free safety Calvin as well, but I feel like there's a little bit of a hole at that free safety position that could be occupied by a lot of good cards. And Paul Krause, man, oh, I just absolutely loved using this card, man. He was 6'3". This guy, I believe off the top of my head, is the league leader in interceptions all time. Might be wrong on that, might have just lied to y'all. I mean, this guy, I believe he also played receiver as well. Like, I think he was one of the players that played both ways. Again, I could just be absolutely just lying to y'all right now, but again, like, just given how good he played in Madden as a free safety, I just feel like he's just so needed in the game. The position is lacking, and this guy was absolutely amazing. So give me back Paul Krause. If there's one person I want on this list, it's freaking Paul Krause. Another quarterback I would love to see at number 3 right here, we're gonna have Andrew Luck. Andrew Luck, one of the most talented quarterbacks of all time. He's got to be up there with like Barry Sanders, Calvin Johnson, even like recently Luke Kuechly, of people that retired so early and was one of the most talented at their position ever, in my opinion at least. Like, I believe Andrew Luck was the highest rated draft quarterback prospect to come out since John Elway, and I think he was well on his way to really making his like mark on the league. And you know, I wanted my Dolphins to suck for Luck so bad. We ended up with Tannehill that year, but that's besides the point. Okay, Andrew Luck is an amazing quarterback. If y'all remember Madden 20, when he got this career tribute card, he was cheese, man. He got the escape artist ability, he had the roaming Deadeye, I believe, as well. And he was 6'4". He has good speed on him. He would hit all the accuracies. They'd give him a really good release as well. And I think he has potential to be one of the best quarterbacks in the game as a legend quarterback. Pretty similar to like John Elway, I was saying, where he's pretty mobile and also has like the good throw power, good accuracy as well. So I think he'd be an absolutely great quarterback in 23. And I just love to see Andrew Luck not be forgotten about, because this guy, him and like Luke Kuechly, I just don't want the younger generation to forget about them, because they were just so awesome. Sucks to see they retired so soon. This is another card that I just think should always be a Madden. At number 2, we're gonna have EMMITT Smith. EMMITT Smith is not gonna be like, I don't think he's gonna be the greatest running back in the game, but the all-time rush leader should have a card in the game. Like, I don't feel like that is a cold take or anything, right? I don't feel like that's an outrageous take either. I just feel like it's common knowledge, right? Like, I believe the last time he got a card was Madden 20. Can't remember if he got a Madden 21 card, but again, man, he was the all-time leading rusher. You might not think he's the greatest of all time or anything, but he should have a card in Ultimate Team. Like, I was debating having Jamal Charles on this list as well, but then I was like, EMMITT Smith and Jim Brown don't have a card. I feel like putting Jamal Charles on their level is a little crazy, so I went with EMMITT Smith. Who do I think would be your better Madden running back, given how they like stat him, Jamal Charles or EMMITT Smith? You know, it might be Jamal Charles, but again, just EMMITT Smith, he needs a card, man. He needs a card. All-time rush leader. Give him a card. And for the final card of the video, someone that again should be a mainstay in Madden, Terrell Owens, aka T.O. T.O. needs to be in Madden. Not only is he just an absolutely fantastic receiver, he's 6'3", has great speed, and would have the great route running as well. He's one of the greatest receivers of all time. I mean, given his personality and everything too, you would think he would be one of the people that is a mainstay in Madden, kind of like how Chad Johnson has become a mainstay in Madden. I think T.O. should be on that like similar similar level. Like, he is just always in Madden, one of those cards we look forward to. Kind of a shame he didn't get a card this year, because I think he would be absolutely dominant. But yeah, y'all, that has been 10 legends that I would love to see in Madden 23 Ultimate Team. Let me know your thoughts down below in the comments. Let me know who you are looking forward to see, or who you would like to see in Madden 23. If you did enjoy the video though, make sure to go ahead and leave a like and subscribe. If you want more content, would like to see me play live, check the links in the description. Stream over on Twitch a lot, would appreciate a follow on there as well. I do appreciate y'all though clicking onto the video. Hope you guys have a great rest of your day. If you're looking for another video to watch, check this one out right here. I ranked the top 10 wide receivers in Madden 22 Ultimate Team.